Hello everyone, and welcome back to English Expressions with Dr. Steph. Like I did last time, I am actually recording from my back porch, and so you're going to be hearing a lot of regular backyard noises. I know last time you heard the rooster crowing and stuff like that, so that's likely to recur again, just to give you the heads up. Today I'm thinking about Claude McKay. I am sitting here and I'm thinking about Claude McKay, and I actually went to search my bookshelf and I actually don't have a collection of his poems. So that's something we're going to have to rectify. I do have a few of his novels, but I was feeling poetic today. And so I decided to do a quick search on Google, not on Google, on Amazon. And I found a couple of books that you could take advantage of. There is a collection of poetry by Claude McKay, and there is complete poems, which includes the works of Claude McKay, all easily had on Amazon. But today I thought about two of his poems, and I have a running joke with one of my co-workers. Each time we leave each other's office, we'll say, "I shall return." And of course, that is the title and a recurring line in the first poem that I'd like to share with you today. It's literally titled, "I Shall Return" by Claude McKay. And it reads thus. I shall return again. I shall return to laugh and love and watch with wonder eyes. At golden noon the forest fires burn, wafting their blue-black smoke to sapphire skies. I shall return to loiter by the streams that bathe the brown blades of the bending grasses, and realize once more my thousand dreams of waters rushing down the mountain passes. I shall return to hear the fiddle and fife of village dances, dear delicious tunes that stir the hidden depths of native life, stray melodies of dim remembered rooms. I shall return again to ease my mind of long, long years of pain. I love this poem by Claude McKay. I especially love it because it tells the story of his exile. We've been talking a lot about migration, but I think about exile when I think of Claude McKay, who went off to the US to study, but then he returned. It was difficult for him to return to Jamaica sometimes later. So let me say all of that again and put it into context. Claude McKay is a Jamaican author and poet. He is a novelist. He would have been so brilliant that he received a scholarship to go and study in the US. He decided to remain in the US and he actually died there. However, he longed for his Jamaican home. And so this poem is particularly nostalgic. He has several other poems, one's called The Tropics of New York, and in that one he yearns for the Jamaica of his childhood. He yearns for the aspects of nature that he remembers. He yearns for village events. Here he talks about the fiddle and the fife of village dances, and he simply longs for home because he was in a new space that eventually became home, but just never meant the same as Jamaica had meant for him. So I Shall Return is one of those that triggers a lot of memories. I remember reciting this as a child in school in Jamaica, and so it is dear to me. I want to read another one, and this is perhaps the poem that Claude McKay is best known for. It's titled If We Must Die, and it's a sonnet. It's a 14-line poem, and it tells the story of what was happening in Harlem. He wrote this poem as a result of the Harlem Renaissance, and he wanted to speak out and to encourage his black brothers and sisters to keep the fight going. And so for me, this poem is particularly poignant, not just because it was written for that Harlem uprising, but he wrote it particularly for that, but it speaks volumes. If you're ever faced with a difficult situation, I always say when I face different situations in life, when my children go off to college, etc., in anything you think is worth fighting for, I think this is a worthwhile poem to contemplate as you launch that battle, so to speak. So If We Must Die by Claude McKay. Here's what it says. If we must die, let it not be like hogs, hunted and penned in an inglorious spot, while round us bark the mad and hungry dogs, making their lot at our accursed, making their mock at our accursed lot. If we must die, oh, let us nobly die, so that our precious blood may not be shed in vain. Then even the monsters we defy shall be constrained to honor us, though dead. O kinsmen, we must meet the common foe. Though far outnumbered, let us show us brave, and for their 1,000 blows deal one death blow. What? Though before us lies the open grave? Like men, we'll face the murderous, cowardly pack, pressed to the wall, dying but fighting back. Oh, I love this poem. It is said that Winston Churchill used this poem to encourage his soldiers as they started out for World War. And this is truly one of those poems that you want to use whenever your back is against the wall, and you must remember, no matter what, it's important to fight. So thank you so much for joining me again for Black History Month 2024, when we are focused on Black creative expressions. Today our focus has been on Claude McKay. I'm going to talk with you again on Claude McKay, but this time looking at him as a novelist. But until then, walk good. Talk with you soon. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I can't end without saying that. Like, share, and subscribe. And then I'll see you again soon. Have a good one.